Hey everyone, I'd like to introduce you to my second G School project, which I like to call the StubHub Listing Manager Plus. It is basically a new interface for StubHub to manage your listings. Now, the reason I came about this or decided to do this was because StubHub is really great if you're the average consumer that has one or two tickets or one or two groups of tickets that they want to sell, or they want to go out and buy tickets for an event or two. But if you have a large inventory of tickets that you sell, such as season tickets, which is mainly what I do, then it's not very intuitive and it's very difficult to navigate. The reason being is because when you view your listings on StubHub, all the listings are they're just thrown out there on one page and they're not sorted by event. It's just a long list of all your listings, your ticket listings. So what I wanted to do was to sort all of my listings by event, by date and event, and let me know, how many I had left for each event, as you can see here that I've done. And I wanted to have the sales on the same page so I can see, for instance, for this one right here, Real Salt Lake versus Seattle Sounders, I have 51 tickets left. But if you look here, my last sale was Real Salt Lake. I can see that they've been selling, how much they've been selling for, etc. Now, to do all this, I worked with various StubHub APIs. Unfortunately, not all the information that I need doesn't all come from one API or one API call. So I've had to do, in some cases, a few different calls, like maybe one call to two different APIs to get the information that I want to put on one page. For instance, this page, sadly, is three API calls to get from the sales API and from the listings API uh, all the information that I need. I think I had to make two calls to sales and one call to events, which is not good. But to accomplish this, that's what I've had to do so far. So you'll notice here, looking at the list of upcoming events, that these tags are different colors. The reason for that is because this event is within 14 days. So what I do is on the back end, I check the date of the event and I compare it to another date, well, basically today, and I ask, is this within 14 days? Is this within 3 days? If it's within 14 days, this turns yellow. If it's outside of 14 days, this is green. If it's within 3 days, this tag will actually be red. And so this lets me know whether I need to pay special attention to a particular event. In addition, it tells me how many tickets I still have left for that particular event. So you can see for this one that's within 14 days, I have 51 tickets remaining for the event. So obviously, I need to pay special attention to this. And this is all something that StubHub does not do for you. You would have to, well, actually, it would be very difficult to do on StubHub. So I feel like this makes my life a little bit easier with these. Now, if we go look at the inventory for this event, this is actually two API calls to two different APIs. All the inventory information here is one API call, and then if you look at these right here, this little bit of information that gives me the averages, minimum, maximum, and total quantity for a given section. This is a separate API call that for each one of these is not a separate one. These are all one API call, and then everything else is another API call. So what we have here is I pull down all my listings from StubHub, and then I filter through them to find only the listings that belong to this particular event. And then I sort them by ticket group. So each ticket group here, we can see, is in a different section, row, and seats. Now, you can see that there's three different prices here. The reason for that is because on StubHub, while you may say your price for a group of tickets is $80, the buyer sees a price after that where StubHub has added their fee. and then here is the payout, what they're actually going to pay you. So if you look here, you can see that this is red, and the reason for that is because my price the buyer sees is higher than the average price for this section. If we go down to this one here, my price is lower than this price for this section because it's green, and if it's blue, it means my price is the same as the average price, which is fine. And I can update all the prices, and it does a put to StubHub to change the prices with them. If I do a delete, it'll send a post delete to StubHub and actually delete that listing from StubHub so it no longer shows. And here you can see there's a check mark under PDF. That's because that's telling me that StubHub does have this particular PDF or these tickets on hand to deliver to the customer. So if we go back to the dashboard and we click on, say, this next event where I haven't uploaded the PDFs, you'll see that these are all X's because the PDFs have not been delivered to StubHub. Right, back to the dashboard again, you'll see there's recent sales here. Now these are only sales within the last 24 hours. It tells me, what tickets sold, what date they sold on, and the total amount of that sale, and whether or not the tickets have been delivered. If we want to know a little bit more about this particular sale, we can click on that details button, and a modal comes up, and it gives us all the information about that particular sale, including whether or not it's been paid. Now, the interesting thing about this paid section here is that this is not just asking StubHub, hey, has this been paid? Or looking through the return JSON and saying, or looking for, a key value in the JSON that says is paid equals true, or anything like that. That's not what's going on here. What's going on is I'm actually pulling the sale info from StubHub, and I'm going to the PayPal API, and I'm pulling down all the transactions, and I'm looking through in the object that they send me back. It includes the email message that was sent to me telling me, hey, here's a transaction, StubHub paid you for this. It's actually reading through the object and finding that message to see if this number is included in that message. If it is, this will be a check mark saying, yep, you've been paid. In this case, obviously, we have not been paid. So again, you'll see here it tells me whether or not these have all been delivered. If I want to see more than the last 24 hours, I can either click down here, which will take me to all sales, or I can go up to my nav bar here and click on sales, which I'll do. And here for the sales, this is all one API call. I'm just iterating over it twice to get, I'm iterating over the JSON return twice to get unshipped sales specifically, and then all sales. Unshipped sales, you'll notice different color. It says confirmed. There's 3 different colors and a number of different tags that fit into those colors. For confirmed, that just means that the sale has been confirmed. It's good, but the tickets have not been delivered. If there's a problem, the tag will be red, and it's obviously something that I need to pay attention to immediately. And down here, this only shows the last 100 sales. Reason being, I don't want to hit the API limit right now. But just like on the dashboard page, if we want to see information for a particular sale, we can just click on the details. So this is for section 113V on May 15th was the date of the sale. Modal comes up. Once it loads the partial into the modal, and you'll see all the detailed information for this sales, lower side line 113 row V, whether or not we've been paid, total for the sale, all that great information. So that's my StubHub listing manager that I've been working on as a personal project for G School. Thanks for your time, and I hope you found that interesting.